Get ready for a heartwarming conclusion to a trilogy that has captured hearts. But here's where it gets controversial. Does the final chapter of The Groomsmen truly deliver on its promise? The Groomsmen, Last Dance marks the emotional finale of the Hallmark Plus series, starring Hynes as Jackson, a devoted single father who relocates to Italy to be closer to his daughter, Betty. While there, he resists the allure of a captivating local woman, Gabriella, determined to focus solely on parenting. But when Betty confronts him about how his single-mindedness is stifling both her growth and his own happiness, Jackson begins to reconsider his priorities. If you've fallen for the charm of the first two films, you'll likely feel a pang of sadness knowing this is the last installment. But is it worth the watch? Let's dive in, stream it or skip it. The story begins with a nostalgic return to the wedding that started it all. Danny's sister Hannah's big day. This is where Pete, BJ, Britt and Chelsea, Heather Hemmons, first crossed paths, setting the stage for the first film, and where Danny, Jonathan Bennett discovered his friend Zach, Alexander Lincoln, was dating someone new, a plot point from the second. And it's here that Jackson learns his daughter Betty is moving to Italy with her mother, a revelation that sets the stage for his own journey. But this is the part most people miss. Jackson's backstory is finally fleshed out, revealing why he's so protective, and perhaps overly so, the gist. In this third and final film, we delve into Jackson's life as an influencer agent and a doting dad to teenage Betty. After Danny's wedding in Greece, Betty and her mom Trisha relocate to Italy, leaving Jackson heartbroken but determined to co-parent effectively. When Trisha needs to leave Italy for work, Jackson sees it as a chance to spend quality time with Betty on the Italian coast, despite his growing disillusionment with his career. Enter Gabriella, a fiery Italian who scolds Jackson for his distracted driving, a classic meet-cute that evolves from instant enmity to slow-burning attraction. Gabriella, it turns out, is Betty and Trisha's landlord and co-owner of a local restaurant, making her nearly impossible to avoid. Jackson, ever the professional, offers to revamp Gabriella's restaurant website, a move that doubles as a distraction from his overbearing presence in Betty's life. As their relationship deepens, Gabriella cooks a meal for Jackson and Betty, a moment Betty secretly orchestrated. But Jackson, fearing vulnerability, abruptly pulls away. It's not until the town's masquerade festival, where Danny and Pete make a surprise appearance, that Jackson shares a dance with a mysterious partner. Spoiler, it's Gabriella, reminding him that love is worth the risk. But here's where it gets controversial. Jackson's reluctance to open his heart isn't just about timing. It's about fear. Betty calls him out for coddling her, pointing out how his overprotectiveness makes her feel infantilized. Her blunt honesty forces Jackson to confront his own insecurities, both as a father and as a man. When he finally opens up, taking Gabriella to her estranged father's vineyard, their journey becomes a metaphor for healing and acceptance. Jackson's bond with Gabriella's father mirrors his own protective nature, leading him to realize that love isn't a weakness. It's a strength. The film's narrative twist comes when the mystery bride, who's narrated all three films, is revealed to be Betty. Her groom, Milo, Danny's nephew, who's harbored feelings for her since childhood. Betty's initial hesitation to marry Milo stems from her belief that their love story lacks the grandeur of the groomsmen's romances. But Milo proves her wrong, revealing a childhood arcade game where he secretly declared his love for her. Their wedding, with Jackson, Danny, and Pete by their side, is a celebration of love in all its forms. What shows will it remind you of? The trilogy echoes the charm of 4 weddings and a funeral, minus the funeral. But this installment feels akin to Hallmark's 2 Scoops of Italy, where an American finds love in the heart of Italy. Yet, Last Dance adds a layer of emotional depth, particularly in the relationship between Jackson and Betty. Our take. I was utterly charmed by this trilogy, and Last Dance did not disappoint. While Jackson and Gabriella's romance follows a familiar Hallmark formula, it's the father-daughter dynamic between Jackson and Betty that steals the show. Hynes and Chloe Raphael deliver performances that feel authentic and heartfelt. Though I wish we'd seen a grand wedding for Jackson and Gabriella, the focus on family and self-discovery more than makes up for it. And let's be honest, Jackson's protective dad vibes are undeniably appealing. One small gripe: the transition from young Betty to the more reserved Elizabeth, Lily Dodsworth Evans, feels a bit jarring. While it serves the narrative, I wish Elizabeth had retained more of Betty's spark. Still, it's a minor quibble in an otherwise satisfying conclusion. Parting shot. The film ends on a high note, with Betty and Milo's wedding reception featuring the groomsmen's iconic choreographed dance to Shake Your Groove thing. It's a moment that encapsulates the series' spirit: joy, friendship, and love. Performance worth watching. Chloe Raphael shines as young Betty, balancing teenage exasperation with genuine warmth. Her chemistry with Tyler Hynes is undeniable, making their relationship the heart of the film. Memorable dialogue. When Betty walks down the aisle, she reminds Jack, "Our call, the groomsmen, last dance is a fitting end to a beloved trilogy." Whether you're a longtime fan or a newcomer, it's a must-watch. Stream it. Thought-provoking question: does Jackson's journey as a father resonate more than his romantic storyline? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss.